Hello, hello. This is my new look. I call it I'm wearing a short sleeve shirt and I'm cold. um, yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna drink coffee real quick. Do I want to have finished the first cup before the first break? Do I want to do it? Do I want to do it, Skylar? Do I want to do it? Hello. I think I'll do it. I'll just finish the rest of this and then during the first sprint, I'll make the stupid vitamin C drink. That's gross. I don't like the taste of it. It reminds me of old Alka Seltzer. It's like supposed to be fizzy, and I think that's why it's like similar stuff. Finish my coffee. A Curse of Dark and Lonely was so good. I hope you like it. You know, I'm not mad at it so far. Um, I'm a quarter of the way through. I think I want to try to finish it today. According to my Kindle, I have like 6.5 hours left, so I think I can get at least to 75%. I can at least read half of it during sprints, and then after sprints, I'll read more. Maybe there's a chance I could do it. We'll see. But yeah, that's what I'm reading right now. I'm supposed to be buddy reading it, but my buddy read person is has no internet right now. So I think I'm just reading it solo, and then low-key sending message just like, oh my god, you love this for the character stuff. And she's just like, she opened it up on her Kindle, and looked at the first sentence, went, oh my god, this is my book, and then just read a whole entire different book. Because she can't really read on her Kindle as much right now, so she's been reading physical books. It's not the best fantasy ever, but it made me feel seen with a disability rep. Yes, I did notice that. Like instantly, it was a thing. I was like, okay, we're not shying away from this. Got it. And then, like 10% in, she learns that her brother has a boyfriend, and it's not like this whole big thing like, oh my god, he has a boyfriend. It's a big thing as in, oh my god, he has a boyfriend and he did tell me that he has a boyfriend. Like, so he is in a relationship and didn't tell me. Like, and I was like, what is this representation from like 2017? I think that's what that came out. 2019. Damn, it's close. But yeah, I'm liking it so far. Having a good time. I didn't like the Commander Gray's character in the beginning, but I'm liking him more now. I'm not sure how I feel about it right now. But yeah, I'm having a good time with it. I'll give you this. It's not the worst Beauty and the Beast retelling I've ever read. So, you know, leaps and bounds already. Hello, hello. Yes, siblings in books is a fun time. I feel like you'd like Blood Debts by Terry J. Benton Walker. Because the main characters, it follows for the most part twins, and their relationship, but it's also got like it's also YA fantasy with an interesting fantasy magic system going on. And it's a good time. I really liked it. I'm just gonna shout from the rooftops about this book. It was a good book though. Good times. Also, gay character in that one. We love that. Don't know what to read. I finished out Followed with Us. I listen. Give us options. I'll help you figure it out. You know, the way that she was just like, how could he? And I was like, oh no. And then it was like, how could he be in a relationship and not tell me? I was like, oh, I mean, yeah, I can. DNF's second book. Yeah, I've heard from what I know about this book series for the most part. A lot of people don't like the other books in the series. They just like the first one, and I'm just like, all right. So you know, check it out. Who's it by? Terry J. Benton Walker. I can. Why did it? Why? I'll type it in the chat. If that's how you spell. It's hyphen, so Yes, I did spell it right. There we go. Mary J. Benton Walker. It's also his debut, and like, hear me out. What? I could dream a dream of my debut being that good. Like, God, I did not cry, but I almost did. Also, I am a Taurus, and I've learned recently that Tauruses are petty AF. Um, and I brought this up to my mom last night, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I can totally see that." I was like, "Thanks, mom. Thanks." I think one of the only signs that are like slightly more petty than Tauruses are like Scorpios and is it Scorpios and Virgos, and H is a Virgo, which means we have a great time. What's my other sign? It may be a Capricorn that's more. It's either Capricorn or Scorpio that's slightly more, and those are my other two, Capricorn and Scorpio. So I'm like double petty, and I love that for me. And there's a lot of stuff about revenge in the book, and I was thriving. Okay, I was just sitting there playing video games at the same time, just like I was listening to the audiobook. I got it from NetGalley, so yeah, no, it's really good. I recommend. I got it from NetGalley. I'm surprised I got it from NetGalley. It was like the second or third book I ever was approved for, like months and months ago, and whatnot. But yeah, I had approved for it. Maybe it's because it's his debut. I don't know. I know a booktuber who got it before I did, and she read it and really loved it. And all I knew was that she read it, loved it, rated it 5 stars. So I was like, cool. And then I applied for it. That's all I knew. I knew she liked it. I was like, cool, I'll apply for it. And then I was like, cool, fun times. And then I read it and it's great. So we love that for me. Yes, give me all the options. We love having to read the physical library books. I have a stack of physical books. Actually, I have 2 stacks over there. My mom's boyfriend came in to put the groceries away because we have when we both buy things, everything goes in that corner. And he was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, those are the books I want to read this month." And he was like, then I reminded him I read over 10 books a month, and then he went, "Oh my god!" And then I think he remembered that he has to make my shelf. He's making me a TBR shelf because we have a lot of hardwood and/or carpets in this house. So I don't think one of those TBR carts that everyone loves would work in this house, especially not in my room. Right? So currently, what I do is I either put in that corner or this corner. And it's annoying because there's just piles of books that fall over because they're at dog level. So he's going to put L bookshelves up above my bed near where my other bookshelves are, so I can use those as TBR shelf, which we love. Slash a favorite shelf because I have too many books. From Book of the Month is an issue. Highly suspicious and unfairly cute. The Inheritance Games or Goddess Machine. Okay, the only one of these I don't think I've heard about. Goddess Machine. Oh, really help if I could spell. Okay, I like that cover. That cover's giving me 400 pages. See, I want to say, highly suspicious and unfairly cute, but now I gotta say Goddess in the Machine because now I need to know if it's good. Because that looks good. I just read the glimpse at the synopsis and I want to read it. I have issues. This is why I have sticky notes sitting on this desk for when people bring up books that I haven't heard of during sprints. And then I can write them down because otherwise I add like 50 books to my TBR. And then my TBR gets up to like 1,500. And I'm trying to keep it under 1,000. Okay. Yes. I was 100% ready to go for Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute, and then I looked up that book. I was like, oh, duh. Okay, pen, please. Started it before it was good, but I had to bring it back to the library. Oh, I hate it when that happens. A perk of only really using Libby is that I don't have to worry about that, really. Why is that pen not working? But I remember those days, yes. My favorite was in high school senior year. This is a fun story. So I had almost no afternoon classes. I think I may have had one semester, but it was like the 2-hour one. The way my school was back then, they changed it since then. Whereas it was like you had a 2-hour class, 2 1-hour classes, lunch, 2-hour class, 2 1-hour lunch classes, right? And the 2-hour ones would switch each semester, right? So I think one semester I had the 2-hour one, but I didn't the next semester, right? Unless if you're an AP, then it's your route, right? And the school was like, I was a senior, so technically you're allowed to leave campus if you're a senior if you don't have like a reason to be there. So like you can go leave for lunch, as long as you have good grades and whatnot, which I did. And but they were like, well, you can't just like leave for the whole entire afternoon. I'm like, why not? I want to go fucking home. I have no reason to be here. So they made me sign into the library every day, which is a thing they usually only did for middle schoolers. So, you know, it was a good time. I spent most of the time just helping out teachers with like getting stuff that they need from like one area, like and whatnot, and watching over classrooms or something for like 5 minutes. Because the person who was supposed to make sure I was there did not care. He was like, I don't know, makes zero fucking sense. But also the time that I spent in the library, I had like 3 classes. I didn't have enough homework to like spend doing for 4 hours. I mean, I had AP, but like that would take 2 hours max. So I'd just be sitting there reading books in the library every afternoon for like hours and hours and hours. And so it got to the point where the librarian was like, "You want a free bookmark?" So I was just sitting there reading. I was like, I don't know what else to do. I'd check out a book, read the whole entire thing, and then take it back before the end of the school day. I had nothing else to do. It was a good time. Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't let me leave. I think the argument was that like I could leave the school and get in trouble and do drugs and all this stuff. I'm like, have you met my grandma? Like, this is a small ass town. Everyone knows everyone. And I was like, have you met my grandmother? I would be murdered if I did any of that stuff. No. All I would do is go home. You know who would take me home? My grandfather, because I didn't drive. And you know who used to run the whole entire school bus system for them? My grandfather. Therefore, they should be able to trust him, theoretically, right? I yeah, no, it's that's just one of those weird, funny stories from my school days. Free bookmark. Yeah. I also watched a lot of bad TV during that time because I was like, what else am I gonna do? Let's watch bad early 2000s TV. I have not changed because I still do that to this day. I gotta find a new bad TV show to rewatch. I found Sanctuary. Maybe I'll watch that. I'm currently rewatching Orem High School Host Club because sometimes you just gotta be like that. Yeah, so I was a good mature child, just obsessed with reading. Yep. I also had that where my dad's family had some issues with that. So he was very much the type of like, if you want to try it, but like know what it could happen, all this stuff. And I was like, cool, thanks. And then because of that, I knew I had the freedom if I wanted, but like, yeah. And so I was like, I'm good. I'll drink a glass of wine occasionally. That's a max I do, which is the same. If we had wine, we sadly don't have wine. I've been doing fruit juice and Caribbean rum, I think. I don't know. It's mango passion fruit juice. So like it just tastes like being on the beach, you know? Good times. You love it. Iconic. Yeah, that's what our addiction is, books. Who could tell? No, my mom. So I don't know if you've heard, but book depositories shutting down, right? Right? Because Amazon's shutting them down. Uh, and and so the last time you can order books is like the last week of April, I'm pretty sure, right? And my birthday is the first week of May. And so I went into the kitchen. I was like, okay, so like in case you have a child who like really likes books, there's this one website that's like shutting down. So they're probably gonna have a sale soon if you like perchance want to get that child books. Just saying. My mom was just sitting there stirring the dinner, like I think she was doing the mashed potatoes. She was like, okay. So good times. Yeah, I didn't buy from them much. I've always used Book Outlet or Books. Yeah, I used them a bit in the middle of COVID. I think I have a bunch of the bookmarks because they like hot take. I think they were the ones who would send them all in individual boxes for each book, and I'd order like 10 books at a time. So like I just have 10 boxes. I'm like, why don't you put them all in one box? And then each box comes with a bookmark. Insane. So after that, because I was like, that's not good for the environment, I started using thrift books. I think the other one is like 8 books or something like that I use. And then is it bookshop.org or whatever that basically the person who fulfills the order is an indie bookstore near you. And so then you're benefiting indie bookstores, but you don't have to leave your goddamn house, which is beneficial for me because I don't like to leave my house. So I was like, so, and then her boyfriend was like, oh, so you're talking about your sister, right? I was like, oh, bitch, what? He's probably just gonna get me so many sticky notes again, which I will thrive with. I want to reread Pride and Prejudice soon, and I want to use sticky notes. I'm gonna use my other edition. I have multiple editions. I'm fine. I need H to get internet back so I can force H to watch Pride and Prejudice. It's 2005 movie. Yeah, I didn't know until like they came out with the thing that we're shutting down. I was like, I don't even know you were owned by Amazon. What the hell is this? Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's already been 19 minutes. I should start the first one. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Drinking the coffee. I was like, when all that went down, I was like, what are the chances you actually think like they're gonna be shut down forever? Like, this is a battle the movie industry has been fighting for years and years and years. And like, I feel like they lose like obscene amount of money every year with people streaming movies online illegally. Right? So like, and they haven't been able to shut it down, and that's Hollywood. So I don't. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be gone long. And that's my thoughts on that. Should I start the first print? Yes. So I gotta read this book. Yeah, lol. Yeah, no, I think I saw the number recently for the amount of money that Hollywood loses on average every year with pirated movies, and it's something like I think it's in the billions. Like it's an obscene amount of money, and I was like, dear God. So and that's Hollywood, and they're not able to stop it. So it's just a thing. Okay, first sprint. I'll talk to you all in 25. I'm gonna turn off my camera briefly to make my vitamin C stuff. Shoot, I forgot to check how far I got. I'm so smart. $29%. I think I read 5%, if I remember properly. Yay! I did. I also threw it away through. Hell yeah. Good times, good times. Oh my god, gotta sit up. Okay, how long we want for the next one? I have it set up so I can do any number divisible by 5 between 25 and 45, I believe. Yes. Good times. I heard my phone going off. Ah, just 45 on it. I'll make sure to select that one. I got the gross vitamin C drink. I haven't tried the super orange flavor. This is the tangerine. It does not taste like a tangerine. The raspberry is the best out of the two that I've tried. But there's like 2 of them left, so. You randomly got the machine but realized it fit into the prompts. Ooh. Love that. So red gleanings. Yeah, that'd be how it is. I wanted to read an audiobook yesterday while I played video games, but I just caught up to my podcast because like none of the books I have for this month I can really read for audio. I mean, I do for Wicked Villain series, but those I'm gonna take notes while I read, so I can't play video games at the same time. So I was like, fudge. And the ones I do have audiobooks for, like Legendborn, I'm gonna be dual reading, so like, so I can re-annotate while I listen. But that's fine. Everything's fine. Because I'm trying to read only retellings this month, minus the one book from NetGalley, which is Blood Dance. Yeah. I was like, well, damn, what do I do now? Because I really wanted to play that game. I was like, well, I guess I'll listen to podcasts. And then I listened to podcasts for like 4 hours. So I mean, I guess I caught up on them finally, but does that count as being productive? I don't know. It's a good time though. I'm sorry. YouTube, why I have YouTube open in another tab, right? Because I was watching YouTube for the sprints and it was like notification. I was like, what is this? The notification was that I'm live. Who could have guessed? YouTube, honestly. Can't wait till I check my email and I also get the email that I went live. Oh, so much fun. Yeah. I just wanted to read retellings for vlogs, but then I was like, what if I just read retellings? So here we are. Good times. Good times. But yeah, that accidentally became a thing, which is why this is the buddy read. Because it was for the Buzzwordathon. I chose it. That's the only reason why I chose it. It was the only retelling on my list that had all my TV art that had an emotion in it, which is the prompt for the Buzzwordathon this month. And then it happened to also be on HSTP. I'm like, can we please do it this month? Yeah. So I love how that'd be how it is sometimes. I know some people just lurk. I got the notification pretty soon after I first joined, so that's good. That is good. I was talking, I want to say, like, not this Tuesday, but the Tuesday before that with other people who do live sprints, and I was like, oh yes, books. We were talking about notifications and how I follow the Instagram notification, not the YouTube one, because the YouTube one doesn't show up until like 45 minutes after, and I have notifications turned on, like I press the bell and everything to remind me, because sometimes I forget and all this stuff. And I'm like, seriously, YouTube, are you okay? Beach Read by Emily Henry. Why? Who? It's actually right here. I've read it 3 times. I reread it in January. It's a good time. I love this book, but I feel like I am the perfect audience for this book. So I can get where you say that it's kind of slow. It does. The whole entire middle is kind of slow. That being said, I've also read People We Meet on Vacation, and I preferred this one. And so did my sister. My sister has also read both of them, and she really loved this one as well. And then I also think part of it is that January and I, I haven't read that one yet. January and I are like the same person, so I think that's another reason why I like this one. I haven't read Book Lovers yet. It's on my list. I gotta read it at some point. I gotta. You expect me to have finished it by now, but then I was so excited to read it. I was 100% prepared. It like came out the day before my birthday. It is about books and loving books, and the cover is blue, which is kind of my color. So I think it may just be her writing, because that's something I noticed in People We Meet on Vacation. I didn't really have that issue with Beach Read, but like it's been so long since I read it the first time, and now I've read it so many times that I'm just like breezing through it, right? But like I remember that being an issue I had with People We Meet on Vacation, so I think it may be her writing style. But yeah, I really want to read Book Lovers. But then I read People We Meet on Vacation in October, and I didn't like it, so now I'm just like I'm scared. I'm scared, especially since I've heard mixed things about it. I don't know. I'm worried because the person. So it's generally a thing I've seen where people either love Beach Read or People We Meet on Vacation, and I'm on the people who love Beach Read side, right? But the people who I follow for specifically romance books and whatnot recommendations are very on the middle for book lovers and somewhat dislike it. And they're the same people who like People We Meet on Vacation, but their issues with it are the same issues I have with People Who Meet on Vacation. So I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I'm scared. You don't love the sibling, and I think that's what's slowing me down. Yeah. God, don't read Dating Dr. Dill then. Don't do it. I was ready to commit actual murder. I wanted to scream. At one point, I think I did scream. I think I made voice messages and I just was like screaming at Age about how much I wanted to die. And Age was just like, DNF. And then I read it all. Because I'm neat. I read it all in one day, though. I got the audiobook so I could just listen to the whole thing in one day. Because if I set it down, I would not pick it back up. Hear me out. It's not. Which like is sad because I kind of low key liked it, but yeah, I haven't seen people who really that's like the one that it seems like almost everyone dislikes. It's if you have a thing against sibling one, I'm not sure how I feel about him still in the romantic parent. He's like not a fan, but I don't know how to explain this. There's a whole entire freaking vlog. You can watch it. I think I ranted about it for like 10 minutes in the freaking vlog. But like the sister is very much I think she's the younger sister, so she's like the baby. Everyone like babies her, all this stuff. I think they are Indian. And so the main character, whose name I forget, is like not as accepted by her family because she's 30. And not married, but she has like the career she always wanted and all this stuff. And it's the book starts with her whole entire family forgetting her birthday, and then her sister getting mad that her grandmother was making the food that was supposed to be for their lunch for the wedding planning for the younger sister for the older sister's breakfast because it's her birthday. And I'm like, Oh no, it's like this sibling actually made me want to die. She shits on the main character constantly. And all this stuff. Like it's like kind of really bad. The way she treats her is so bad. And sadly, there is not a moment where the main character goes up to her and is like, hey, um, the love interest does it at one point, which is like low-key satisfying. I listen, if you want, I'll rewatch the vlog. It was not good. That's it. That was my main complaint, was the whole entire family in general. Stuff with the family. Let alone the sister. It was just really bad. Yeah, it was not a good time. And then on top of that, the romance wasn't the best. So yeah, not that great. Which is sad because I like the writing and the main character. I guess they get an excuse though. Listen, they gotta be annoying for two people. Okay. But especially in books. I don't know. I think it, yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of a book that had a pregnant character that I've read recently. Then I remember the second I put it, Barbarian's book has that whole entire plot line. And I remember when I saw that in the content warnings and I messaged Jason, I was like, oh no, there's like a whole pregnancy plot line. And she just starts screaming at me to DNF it. There's this TikTok, Instagram reel, I don't remember, that we saw that it perfectly describes us and our thoughts on pregnancy in books, especially in romance books, where it is not a thing we enjoy, except in Catching Fire, when they're doing the interviews with the tributes again, right? And Peeta's all like the surprise baby trope, we're not here for it, but Peeta's all like, oh yeah, we'd be so happy with the secret marriage we did and everything if it wasn't for the baby. And every time that scene destroys me every time. It's that is the only time we like. So yeah, that's the only time I will accept that. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's literally just that one point in the beginning. But literally, I read that, set it down, did not pick it back up, didn't read anything for like 3 days. Okay. Like that book destroyed me, low-key. And then I finished it, speed read it for the podcast. And then I read the second one, not good. The only reason I continued is because I heard the third one was actually kind of good and I wanted to pick it up. So I picked up the third one. And let me tell you, I had a good time. I was like reading, I was like, am I okay? Because this is actually good. No, here's the thing. Communication is in the third one. Also, like there's a bunch of stuff. My only real issue is that like a big chunk of the book is that she has infertility issues and all this stuff. She can't have kids. And then it turns out the worm things they put in them, symbiotes, made it that like help heal them and keep them warm and all this stuff, fix her infertility. So now she can have kids. And I was like, I was expecting it, but I was like, please, why? Why couldn't they just be a happy family of two? That is an option, please. But yeah, thank you for laughing at me freaking out about Peeta Mellark. Dude, that scene. I want to rewatch the movies really bad. It's an issue. I did message H during the sprint if we could reread and watch them all for the podcast, and she hasn't replied yet. I don't think she's awake. I don't think she's been doing her normal sleep schedule because of the lack of internet. I mean, she can't do anything during the day, so she's just sleeping during the day. It really like makes sense. So, you know, good times. But yeah, third one I actually did like. I will not continue the series after that. That was the extent. I was like, I'll read to the third one, and then I'll end. Yeah, we should sprint. Yes. Do it. I'm just trying to finish my drink first, so I can make coffee during the sprint. But yeah, now I'm going to read the Wicked Villain series by Kay Robert, which is I'm expecting to be a good as time. Okay. The only book that I rated 5 stars this year so far that wasn't a reread was Neon Gods. I can't remember. No, it's so gross though. I could jump in if you don't mind seeing me gag like camera because it's bad. It's not good. But it makes me feel like a normal human being, so you know, I gotta do it. Oh no, there's a second wave. Oh, that was not good. That was not good. Okay, it's gone. I'm gonna go make coffee during this sprint so that I can make or take the taste down out. That's what I'm trying to say. Good God. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself. Bye. I just saw at what percentage, and I instantly forgot. Hot take: is it weird that I ship him with the sorceress? 36%. Ah, shit! I accidentally turned the page. Well, I accidentally turned a page. When I went to turn it off. Right, 7%. Having a good time. Yeah, no, me too. That's what I was trying not to get. Yeah, I just chugged that thing. I'm just messaging H because H woke up about the book, and she's gonna finish Renault Girls today. So she's like, "I'll start the buddy read tomorrow." I was like, "Cool, cool. I'm trying to finish it today." I think you like the characters more than I do, especially since she's more of a character-based reader than I am. And so I was like, I love how I accidentally picked a fantasy book that's character-based because she hasn't read a fantasy book she's enjoyed yet, like a full fantasy book. And she's like, "Good job." Lovely, lovely. I'm having a good time though. I keep on reading the commander's name as Gary now, though, because she calls him Scary Gray, and my brain goes Scary Gary. So normal things. Love it. Goodness gracious. We're gonna do a short break, and hear me out. I drank a lot of coffee. I'm thinking 35 for the next one, maybe. Because that seems like a good amount of time. Coffee. I have like half my coffee left, and then I can switch to water. Like a normal person. I'm trying to drink more water. I'm trying to be healthy. Sigh. I have to charge my phone down time. Yeah. When I get up. Until after the break, I'll go plug it in. Da di da di da. I was gonna do something, but I don't remember what it was. What is it? I don't know. Don't know. I love how I totally don't remember. This is gonna be a really short break. I want to finish my coffee first, so I've got like a third of it left now. So we're gonna go until I finish my coffee, and then we'll do one last long sprint. Good times. Thinking a 40-minute. Because I also want to stream on Twitch. Play some games. Have a good time. Haven't done that in a while. It's fine. We're almost done. Alright, one more gulp. And then we'll do the 40-minute. Not that, yeah. How are my bangs doing? Are you okay? Do you need help? The answer is yes. You can kind of see how they're just going out. So rude. I hear the dogs. Didn't read much, but I read. Look at you go. I didn't read much either. It's fine. Yeah, I don't know. Mine doesn't. It's one of those times where the Kindle doesn't tell you how many pages. So I'm going off of percentage, where it does the location, not the pages, for some dumb reason. I don't know. So I don't know pages. I just know percentages. I mean, I could probably calculate it, but okay. One more sip, and then we'll do the next sprint. Because I have to go to the bathroom. I'm trying to keep track of how many read. Well, me too. I use Storygraph for that. That's why you can hear me like clicking a bunch of switching tabs. Because it's Storygraph, I can just say how far I got in that sprint, and then the next time I just have to look at the number and just yeah. That's how I do it. It's what makes sense in my brain. Because I'm crazy. Okay. Last sprint time. We're gonna do a 40. I have to select it. No. Play. There we go. I'm here. The dog's outside. I tried to get her in. That's what I was doing. But yes, the last sprint's done. So I can get her in. Da-di-da-di-da. How far did I get? I know this. I looked 41%. Which means I read 5%. Look at me go. Do we think I can finish it after I stream on Twitch for a few hours? Four and a half hours? I think I can totally do that. I'll finish like 9 p.m., but I'll do it. I'll finish this bad boy. But yes, that was the last sprint. I am gonna close this off real fast because the dog's outside. Thankfully the mail's already come, so I don't have to worry about it. But like, I still worry about it. She's probably having a good time laying in the sun. Let's be real. I know this. But I'd like it if she was inside doing that. I'll leave the front door open so she can like lay in front of the screen door. But like, hello. But like, I don't want her to be outside on her own in the sun. She's been a weird dog recently though, so who knows what she's doing. I wonder if she can hear me. She's right on the other side of that window, so maybe. But yeah, that's that. I'm gonna go play games on Twitch. I love that for you. I only read like 5% because I was dealing with the dog. I went to check if the mail had come at like 20 minutes left on the timer, halfway through the timer, because I was like, well, if it has, I'll walk the dogs. And the mail hadn't come. And then the mail came like 5 minutes ago, so I went to get the mail, and then the dog went with me, and then the dog was like, I'm staying. And that's been my last 5 minutes. But yes, bye. I'm gonna go play games, and try to get my dog in. The little bean. So I'm gonna go leave awkwardly because StreamYard takes its sweet time to end the broadcast. So bye.